Good morning, everybody. Michael here from Alpha Technologies. We'll be starting in a minute or two. Again, just allowing some of the attendees to join us this morning. So we'll be with you in a minute. Thank you. Welcome again to everybody. Again, thank you for joining us this morning. Today's presentation is basically about Beyerdynamic's UC product offering. We're specifically going to be looking at the Phonem and the Fox microphones this morning, and we hope you guys enjoy it. If again, like always, if you have any questions, you can post them to us in the questions tab on the GoToWebinar app, and the team is in the background and they'll help you guys answer those questions for you. So first product up is the Beyerdynamic Phonem, and Phonem is a little wireless Bluetooth speakerphone that is essentially portable, and you can move this device around with you. So Bayer looked at, or Beyerdynamic looked at huddle room technologies and decided to develop this product. As they say, 60% of conference attendees continue to join audio, video, and or web conferences from a meeting room rather than from their workplace desk, home office, or mobile device. And I think with the current situation that the world is in, there's definitely been a great surge in home office working and home office meetings. And I think a lot of the world has been sort of pushed into that space very quickly. So the Phonem fits really nice into that space. We're going to take a quick look at a video, and then I'll be back with you in a moment. Just maybe one word of caution, please just check your volumes. The video might be a little bit louder than what my voice is, so just don't get a fright if the video is quite loud. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Goodbye.
There you have it. Really a quick little look at the phoneme in that overview video. So the device is basically a Bluetooth and USB speakerphone. So it has both the microphone and the loudspeaker built into one device. It's got an intuitive touch panel that has basically all your basic features. You can answer and drop calls, mute the microphone, set volume up, volume down, connect to Bluetooth, and we'll talk a little bit about the function button in a moment. That changes a little bit about how the microphone works and what features you can change on the microphone. So essentially, Bluetooth and or USB connections on the unit that you can use. So you can either connect it directly to a laptop on USB. If your laptop supports Bluetooth, you can also connect it wirelessly via Bluetooth to the laptop. But that also means that you can use it to make telephone calls directly from your cell phone on USB. It's got about a 12-hour operating time that the battery will be functional on the device before it needs a recharge. The function button on the device actually is a way to change the different Gecko 360-degree downfiring sound system, and it basically changes the modes of the Gecko technology that they've built into the device. And there's 3 modes, which we'll look at a little bit more in detail, but those are fixed, follow, and 360-degree. Again, the unit is designed for excellent voice quality, as Beyerdynamic is a company that has been making microphones for probably about 90 plus years now, since the early 1920s. They've been around. And yeah, they sort of excelled through the years in firsts for different types of technologies for both headphones and microphones back in the early days of the company's history. And again, them looking and striving towards getting good sound quality. Obviously, the speaker on the device is also very, very good, and it's a 360-degree downfiring speaker. And we'll take a bit of a look at those details in a moment as well. Again, like we said, intuitive touch panel on the surface around the microphone, 12-hour operating time, as we mentioned, and then your Bluetooth and your USB connections. And that, again, is compatible with most UC products, or sorry, most soft-codec VC software systems, as long as you can connect it to that device that is running the VC conference software. You can pretty much use this device on that, so the phone will work on most of those devices. So again, I'm going to play you a quick overview video of the Gecko functions. So here we go. So there you go. A little quick overview of the how-to and some more of the details of the functions of the device, of the Beyerdynamic phoneme. As we mentioned before, basically 360-degree audio input or 360 degrees of audio output, as you can see on the indication there on the picture. And basically the speaker sits at the bottom of the device, and at the bottom it will allow you to sit anywhere around the device, and it's basically downfiring onto your table, and so therefore using the table as a bit of a reflective surface to get the audio a little bit spread out a little bit more. For the pickup, again, we'll look at that in a little bit more details. The Gecko 360 performance basically allows you to change how the microphone's tracking works. Now, for the guys that joined us on Tuesday's webinar with regards to microphone capsules and different types of microphones and polar patterns and all the technical things we spoke about on Tuesday, this is basically a microphone that allows for tracking, which means that it is an array microphone. So it means that there's multiple capsules inside the top of the mic, underneath the microphone grill at the top. And with the little DSP that's built into the device, it allows you to set up that tracking and which microphones are on and so on as you need it. And you can do various functions with it. So like we mentioned, the first one is the Gecko fixed mode, and that basically will activate a couple of different zones in the system, and those zones are fixed in place, and essentially it's designed to be targeted at one speaker, not a speaker as in loudspeaker, a person talking like I am now. That's because the voice recording focuses precisely on the fixed location. So the advantage of this is that noises or what is spoken by all other people in the room is not recorded by the microphone, and all listeners can therefore follow the presentation in quiet comfort. If you look at the second mode, the Gecko follow mode, well, that's essentially where it will follow the loudest person speaking. So this is where communication is directed at people who move about the room freely during the meeting, or where only one person is ever to have the floor. Then Gecko follow is the right mode. That's because the microphone conveniently follow the people in the room in this mode. And that's where the tracking system comes in, where the DSP and the technology for the arraying of the microphones can basically track a person's voice inside the room and follow that person. So you don't have to necessarily be stationary in one position. The last mode is basically a 360-degree mode, which just basically means that all the microphones are essentially turned on, and the DSP again manages that process a little bit, but you can speak from any direction in the microphone to the phoneme, and it will pick you up and allow you to be heard by participants on the far side of the call that you're making. Again, for any of these kind of systems to work correctly, you have to have echo cancellation. So in terms of these portable type devices, Bayer says they have the best in class echo cancellation, and that allows you to have full duplex uninterrupted conferencing with the phoneme. And again, like I mentioned earlier, that can work for your PC, for any of the conferencing softwares, or directly off your phone. The AEC or the echo cancellation will function in both USB and Bluetooth modes. Again, just a little bit again about compatibility. Again, really any soft codec VC device that has the capability of reading USB drivers from a laptop or a PC, or in the case of a telephone that can be connected Bluetooth in that sense, with any of these conferencing apps loaded, you can essentially then use the device as part of that conferencing setup. So Teams, Zoom, WebEx, Google Hangouts, any of those apps will essentially work on the system. You would have seen from the video that the unit comes with its little hard case. So you can pack the unit up, put it in your backpack, put it in your laptop bag, put it in your pocket if your pocket is big enough, I suppose. And you can travel with the device anywhere and use it in any environment. You can go into a coffee shop if you really wanted to, if the coffee shop was quiet enough and you could use it there, or it can be used on portable workstations as well, or portable let's call it mobile meeting rooms, if you want, where you basically have hot desking, or somebody books a small huddle space. You can take the device in there and use it for a conference. USB cable is included in the device, or in the packaging, and then again the phoneme itself obviously is included. I'm peeking over to the questions tab. I don't see any specific questions at this point. So if there again is any questions, please post them to us. We'll gladly answer them for you. If not, I'm going to just carry on and move past to the next product we're talking about this morning. So the next device is called the Beyerdynamic Fox, and this is a USB microphone essentially. It is really designed for studio use, and they've designed it with studio quality diaphragms and microphone capsules and so on. But in this environment that we are in today, it can also be a device that you can use at your home office quite effectively and quite easily to do video conferencing with, or any audio conferencing for that matter. So let's take a look at the Fox. It is essentially a desktop standing unit, or if you were using it in a studio as such, you can essentially use it on top of a microphone stand as well. It does support a microphone stand connected at the bottom of the mic. As you can see there, starting on the right-hand side, it's studio quality. It's a studio quality microphone. For the guys that joined us on Tuesday, this is basically a condenser microphone, and it has a cardioid pickup pattern. If you guys remember, that's quite a wide pickup pattern, and you essentially can regulate the gain of the microphone. So your preamplifier and everything that's required to make the microphone function is already built into the device itself, into the casing, and essentially you just power the whole system up by a 5-volt from your USB connection. There's also a little built-in amplifier, really just a headphone amplifier in that sense. So when you plug the device into, or the microphone into your USB ports, you will get both an input and an output from the Beyerdynamic Fox through USB. You'll see the USB ports on the back of the microphone, at the base of the microphone there. And essentially, you can then run your conferencing audio back to the microphone, and you can plug your headphones onto the headphone output jack in the front of the mic, and you can adjust your volume for your headphones from the front of the microphone. And also, to make things a little bit easier for the guys that might have used headphones a lot, once you put on a set of headphones, especially if it's closed back headphones or if it's in-ear headphones or anything like that, you start losing your environmental awareness, so to speak. If you're talking yourself, you don't necessarily hear yourself speaking loudly, and sometimes it could be a little bit disruptive to your thought patterns. And they've also allowed for a mix regulator on the front of the mic. So the top button of the two volume controls there, that top one mixes the microphone's audio back into the headphone output so that you can actually hear yourself through the device. And again, here's not really any echo cancellation system built into this unit. Your echo cancellation can be done by your VC system, but because you are doing closed monitoring on your headphones through the unit, you won't actually get a feedback happening, or a feedback loop happening, or echo loop happening, because the microphone is not or the microphone itself is not listening to the audio itself, because it's basically sealed over your ears. So again, in that sense, if you were using it for conferencing and things at your home office, then use it through the USB audio ports, and connect your headphones directly to the front ports of the headphone output. There's a convenient mute button on the front of the unit as well, so you can mute the microphone. You'd still be able to listen to the audio playback, but you can mute the microphone. And then it includes the windshield that you see on the front of the unit here, this wide unit, so that you can eliminate a little bit of wind noise in that sense. So there's a couple of packages available that Beyerdynamic has pre-packaged, and you can order them like that. Firstly, you can order the Fox microphone by itself. So that's your top left unit. There's also the Creator package, which is the DT240 Pro headphones packaged with the Fox microphone. You can also choose the Creator Pro option, which then just includes the DT770 Pro headphones. And coincidentally, that's the same headphone that I'm using here this morning as well, and been using for quite some time myself. As a sound engineer, it's a very good headphone for monitoring in that sense. And then they've also made a new package, which has only been available, I think, now for a little over a month or two. And that's the Team Tiger package. Essentially, the Tiger 300R is a gaming headphone, really. But again, it's an open back headphone. So the Tiger basically allows your environmental noise to enter into the holes you can see here. There's a bit of a grill on the outside of the mic of the headphones, and basically you will get your environmental noise coming in. So they can also basically use the Fox and the Tiger headphone as a gaming setup. So you can then have your comms on your games, should you wish to do that. But that package also, again, will allow you to still hear your environmental noise if you sit seated at your home office or in another space. So that's also a good package to use. So that's really a small presentation today, or a short presentation today. Again, just peeking over at the questions tab. I don't see anything specific coming in at this point. If you guys have any questions or want to find out a little bit more or test any of these devices, please get in touch with your sales rep and they'll help you set up some demos and some testing maybe for your clients or for yourselves if you want to try it and look at these devices in a bit more detail. So I think there's one question coming in here. Does the Fox come with any DAW software? That's a trick question. Thanks, Johan. I can't recall if it does, but essentially you can use the device on, and like I said earlier, the Fox is designed really for studio use. It's got studio quality performance, similar to the microphone that I'm using now to speak to you guys this morning, and it is set up in such a way that you can use it on recording software as well. And you'll see a lot of videos on Beyer's webpage of guys using the Fox to record music with. So they basically set it up, they play the guitar, they record their vocals all on one track from the microphone as such. So I'm not sure if it comes with any specific software. I can't recall that it does, but you can use it on the various types of software. Again, as long as the device that you're using it on supports the USB drivers that the mic will load, then you can pretty much use it on any of those devices and any of those software packages. Okay, I don't see anything more in the questions tab. I think we'll call it an early day today. And thank you guys again for joining us. Again, get in touch with us, and we are here to help you, and we'll gladly assist you with any queries and questions you might have. Thank you. Have a good day further. Bye.